3D printing is slow and expensive, and that's a fact. But one of the easiest ways to make your prints faster and more cost-effective is by changing the infill. Infill is what we call the hollow spaces inside, where there are small patterns of filament instead of huge chunks. And in this video, I'm going to share with you a setting that easily makes your prints far cheaper than they were before. So let's get started. We'll scroll over to the Strength tab, scroll down to Infill, and we're going to want to change the pattern to Adaptive Cubic. But first, I'm going to show you what it looks like when we just keep it at the same pattern. I'll scale it up for sake of example, and slice the plate. This print uses 221 grams of filament. Let's now change our infill to Adaptive Cubic. Go down to Strength and hit Adaptive Cubic. We're going to want to keep this setting at 15% because if you put it too low, the model won't print properly. Let's slice our plate. And here we have the Adaptive Cubic. We can see that this saved us a ton of filament, around 25 grams, and a bunch of time, around 1.5 hours. More than that even. The way Adaptive Cubic prints is by printing our same cubic infill, but it adapts, hence the name adaptive, to the size of certain parts of the model. So for example, the Adaptive Cubic infill is different here than it is here. Now, you should keep in mind that while Adaptive Cubic does decrease the amount of time and the amount of filament required to print a part, it also detriments the strength of that part as well. Therefore, this infill pattern is really good for parts that don't have to be put under a lot of wear and tear, just like this Rubik's Cube holder. So I've gone ahead and printed the parts, and as you can see, this doesn't really look that bad. If I shine up a light, you can see the infill pattern, and this could actually be an aesthetic choice you make. I really like the look of this infill, and while you may not, it still has a lot of benefits in terms of cheapness and speed. So consider using this if you will. Now, I know a lot of you are just getting into 3D printing, and that's why I want to create a 3D printing masterclass from beginning to advanced. I'm planning to cover lots of different concepts, like what 3D printers you should get, how to design your own models for 3D printing, how to find free files, and so much more. If you have any ideas on what I should include this series, please comment them down below and I'll be sure to incorporate as many as I can. So see you then.